Hey guys, and welcome to WordsAtScale. So in today's video, I'll show you how I 7x'd my newsletter signups. And I think this topic is very important since many of us want to future-proof our traffic, so not to rely on Google. And future-proofing is creating a newsletter, a lead magnet, using social links, creating tools, and I preach all of that. And if you are familiar with some of my sites, which are TrickMeNow.ai or NicheScout.pro, you can see that for yourselves. And for those of you who had visited this site before, would have noticed that it is now looking very different to how it used to look. Unfortunately, I don't have a side-by-side comparison. What I do have is this screenshot here, and this is how the website looked like. Let me zoom in. So I had my logo here, I had my categories / pillar pages here. You may also like this is a reference into a blog. I had a video explaining what the site is about in the center. And then I had a downloadable table with some 300 hobbies that you can extract and you can base your niches around. And just a regular footer and nothing else. And this is my newsletter, and I used to get 8 to 10 signups every day, which is nothing. And since I put a lot in my newsletter, so I research 5 niches every week and I send them out to you along with keywords. And so that amount of signups was very disappointing to me, but I knew something wasn't working and I knew I had to do something about it. So this video is going to be very short. I'll just show you the 3 steps that I took to get my signups to 60-70 per day without paying extra. So this is a free method. So first things first, I decided to audit my website, and there are many companies that do that. I used Crazy Egg. I think it's called, hang on. Crazy Egg, yeah. And unfortunately, I haven't saved the heat map of this site here, but essentially what was happening, people were ignoring the niche newsletter here. They were clicking on niche generator, they were clicking on niches directory and buy domains. They were ignoring the blog section, they weren't really clicking on the video. And then they would lose themselves here in a good way, so they would play around with this table, they would extract it. Footer was largely ignored. So the home page basically consisted of a lot of clicks here, some clicks here, and nobody was really interested in the niche newsletter. What I ended up doing, I ended up recreating the website here, and this is, for those of you who wonder, this is the popcorn theme. Now I have 4 major tiles corresponding to some of the most viewed pages. So I have niches directory, which currently consists of lots of hand-picked niches. Now the hobbies went to their separate page, along with an article, so you can do everything that you used to do on the homepage, but here. Then you have the niche generator, which is probably the most viewed post on my website. So you can click randomize and you get a niche along with overview, advantages, and strategy. And niche quiz, very quick one, very fun one, but this allows you to evaluate whether the niche that you have chosen has any merit and any life outside of just your imagination. Then I had put the newsletter right in center, so it's very visible, it's very clickable. I'm showing an example of first newsletters that I had sent. Now this is color-coded and it's highly clickable. Now I have the 3 best performing blog posts here that you can click. Then I suggest a person who lands on the page to read the blog and click on some other articles, and then the footer. And what ended up happening is this. Crazy Egg is a free program up to 30,000 impressions, so this is quite a lot to test out one page or a couple of pages. And you can stay on the free plan or you can move to a paid one. So I'm using the free plan here. So there are a few options. You can see the clicks. They're landing here, here, and here. They're landing here. And a better representation would be a heat map and the popularity score. As you can see, the most popular is this section here, popularity 93. This is the clickable area. So this is ranging from 80 to 93. Then somewhat popular are the tools, so they're in the late 40s, almost 50s. Then the blog posts, surprisingly, they are very popular here, the 3 featured ones. And then I'm starting to lose interest, but again, not to the extent that I used to in the old website. So the new website ended up being very compact, very clickable, and it's highly visible on the mobile version as well. And the whole intention of reworking this website was to boost up the newsletter, and this was achieved. So this is step number 1. And there are other things that you can do. So you can look at individual clicks. You can look at the percentages of clicks, like here, for example. So 8% of total clicks landed on the niche generator. And this was step number 1. So very useful analysis. And you can do this for your home pages. You can do this for your main blog posts and articles. You can use this to discover the better places to place your adverts, and whether the ads that you have on the page currently are working or not. So this is an amazing free tool. So this was step number 1, run a website audit. Step number 2 was to rewrite the copy. Unfortunately, I don't have the old copy, but what I did, I added the social proof element. So since my newsletter at the time was just under 2,200 people, I said 2,199 people are already discovering amazing niche site ideas. Get 5 free niches every week, plus 20 free keywords straight in your inbox. Again, this is good contrast. You get a glimpse of what you're getting. The button is large and clickable. And I just think that this newer copy works much better than the old one. The old one was very generic, like get 5 free hand-picked niches along with keyword research. It was very long. It wasn't to the point. But here I'm showing the visual. I'm showing that people are already interested in this newsletter, and that is just right in front of your eyes. And the final step was add more traffic sources. To my amazement, I discovered that none of my top performing blogs had links to the newsletters. But now if you go to niches directory, you have this banner here, which I created in Canva. Once again, social proof. Even shorter CTA, 2,000 something people are already discovering these niches. These are examples of the newsletters. And if you go to my featured posts, same here, you get a banner. And this is contributed also to the improved sign-up rate. So to conclude, if you want to move from tens of subscribers to almost hundreds of subscribers in a day, you only need to do 3 things. You need to audit your website and find weak spots. You need to redo the copy and the CTA of your newsletter or of your lead magnet. And you need to find additional sources of traffic. And if you're not linking to your newsletter in your top performing articles, you're missing out. So hopefully this video was helpful. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you next time.